Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
True.
How do you know this?
Do
Do you know the guy?
maybe a far cousin.
Real quick before we load into the game, the contrast of blue is orange from the color wheel. Thanks, Shawnee. Going into game
Okay.
number 4 here. The Orcas are threatening the series win against RSG.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Man's shotgun. So, okay, to echo what Leo have said here, there's a lot of comfort on the choice of picking up the Beatrix instead of the carry. I still believe that they should have taken away the carry because now for Echo, you will have access to HP-based damage against Irad's Fredrin and Light's Franco. So that is very scary. And Yawi has that one-shot potential. There's 2 ways to kind of snag the members of RSG, even 3 ways actually, because if you count the Shadow Stampede. So that means Ben QT will have a great time here. The only threat that the RSG poses is that there is that Eve that kind of counters the carry, but that's not a hard counter. That's just like a soft answer.
Yeah, considering that there's so much CC and team fights that Echo can have, right, Light needs to have a good angle in making those Iron Hook and Bloody Hunt work. Most of the time because there's 2 could catch him, even 3, from the Ashura out of Carl Teasy.
Yeah.
Here's a relatively mum first couple of minutes. No real skirmishes, no engagement so far. Both teams understand the gravity of the situation.
A great move from Light, by the way, a mini move that he did. Typically, as the jungler, you would want to get the opposing jungler's Lizard, which in this case is Carl TZ wanted to take the blue side Lizard on the left side of the map. But Light denied that with a hook.
It looks like Vision now is on RSG. Meanwhile, Nats trying to overload and poke some resources out of Egg on the other side. And that is a reset for the Turtle. Now, okay, Nats is going to be trapped. Carl Teasy gets the first blood. Now Irad being pulled back in into 4. Carl Teasy on a double kill.
2K for the big K going straight for the Turtle.
The big K? Okay, I take that. I'll allow it.
I mean, is there a bigger K in this game?
I don't know.
He's the GOAT.
Yeah, there's no.
He's the best in the world.
That's why
Facts,
I'll allow it.
Stats, Carl Teasy,
Yeah.
2-time world champion.
Yeah. He outdid Irad's Lancelot by 15 times. Right?
That's a stat right there.
Great stat. By the way, yeah, great start from Echo. With a 1,000 gold lead that they have now going in for them. This allows Carl TC to be more aggressive, even more aggressive, right? So Sanji rocking this position for Faramis will mean that he will dish out a lot of damage. But what is really underrated from a mid lane Faramis is that the amount of shields that you get with this position 4 Faramis is even greater than you would from a roaming Faramis. So you can be aggressive and defensive at the same time. And Echo can rally behind that. Like I said, the choice that they did, third picking this Martis, allows them to have more dive potential. Someone to go with the Kaja and the glue.
Ooh.
So you have to be really careful for RSG.
Oh, Mortal Coil has been connected. Forced out a flicker. That's the bite. Carl Teasy falling down, making 3 kills onto the GOAT.
That's a lot of stops that RSG needs to make now. 2.3k. And the fact that Eman is taken out. Oh man, really, the decision from RSG, the first 3 picks that they did was great, right? The draft that they are doing. It's just that in the last 2 picks, they decided to go for an Arlet instead of something like a Lapu Lapu so that they can man fight in the early stages. And then they also opted to go for the Beatrix instead of the carry. You can argue that the Beatrix in the early stages is a much more farm dependent compared to a carry.
Yeah, and now this opens up good news, bad news, right? We already laid out the bad news. There's a lot of it. Overweight.
Okay, yeah, we have been trapped. Iron Hook plus railroad manipulation. Eman secures the kill, and that's 1 for their marksman, but Benecutie throwing out some light wheels here, but Sanji here to the rescue. Okay.
All right, good news. Like that. RSG actually has a pretty solid box. When RSG says, we want this, and it's up to their tempo, and again, we know that up to the late game, Nats is capable of forcing such responses.
Ooh.
Nice use of the iframe. then yeah, it's not all doom and gloom for RSG. Despite this almost 3K gold lead at 5 minutes.
They have massive team fight and pickoff. They have to really rally behind their pickoff potential from the Bennett's Rage and Light. I think they're waiting for the Blade of Despair, which is now available for Eman to go with the boots. He rushed for that Blade of Despair. And despite having a death, in fact, I mean, you can argue that he's got a decent time.
Well, speaking of decent time, looks like Echo is up top there.
Yeah.
Trying to pressure in the marksman of RSG. Eman, on the other hand, would need aid for this one.
Yeah. That is going to be the Radiant Armor picked up by Nats, which is actually, if you think about it, there's not much magic threat.
He's afraid of Sanji, Yaoi,
Wow.
and Sanford. I don't know, man. I think
Wow.
Carl T's is a real threat at this point, but
I agree. I was just about to say that the real threat here is Carl Tizzy. That is interesting decision from Nats.
we'll see how it pays off.
Yeah.
Because again, he's also very active. So off-tempo, unconventional response.
A good hook plus through manipulation. Now Threes trying to suppress members of RSG. Now Benecutie takes down the turret. Now will they respond in for a kill? Exor takes down Sanford. Now the members of Echo are now turning back. And Eman has slain down Yaoi. Now that's a back away and retreat for Echo. Will they have a safe passage back to base? And mid lane will be the answer for their retreat. But Light and Irad still on pursuit. Will they still push it? No, they won't.
So there you go. That's why.
Yeah.
They were going to be aggressive still.
Yeah, massive pick-off decision and punish from RSG. Now they will take a turret up top, so they will even cut out the deficit. The fact that they are able to last through that just because of their good team playing and great landing of spells that allows them to have more impact in this mid-game. But Echo, right at the get-go, will take out the turtle.
Well, speaking of going with the go, Carl Tizzy secures the last turtle of the game. Echo on the lead, 2.8K.
Here's what's scary. Irad, he himself knows how scary a Martis is that's on fire.
Yeah.
And that's what Carl TZ is right now.
That is.
He's sitting at 3-0-0. And
Yep.
he's building up very well.
Yeah. He's gonna be going for the casual items, right? Casual leg plates, casual multi-essence, brute force breastplate. We know that the Martis spams a lot of skills. That means that you're more incentivized to have more impact. Now, this is an impactful Radiant Armor. Yeah, we picking it up means that he can last through Exhort's initiations, right? Because that's the only threat now. And it allows them to kind of, for lack of a better term, like neuter the damage output of Exhort.
Oh, that's the Mortal Coil. Will it still connect? Yaoi, that's the Ring of Order. Now, will they get a catch? No, they're just poking them out, forcing them back on their turret's defense.
Yep.
Forcing a flicker out of Light. So Echo knows that for the next, minute and a half, they can't be engaged on.
That's the Flicker plus the Ring of Order, then make it on a Divine Judgment onto Nats.
Oh.
Falling down, but now
Whoa.
that's the Iron Hook and Bloody Out combo. Carl Tizzy being saved by the ultimate of Sanji. Now they're going back to face Sanford. The Jelly Man is trying to cash out one. Light dropping in low, but Carl Tizzy, will he secure the kill? But Sanford takes that one down. But Echo will now fall back. Void Crystal gonna hurt and gonna peel something out. Sanji forcing them back to base. RSG on a retreat back.
The Jelly Man cutting the line straight through RSG. If he wasn't there, if 40 couldn't do what exactly he was doing, then that could have been a deja vu moment from top lane.
And what did we say? The real threat is Carl Tizzy. 3-0-1, the damage output is there. No armor from the entirety of RSG.
No pants.
Just the items. Dominance eyes surely on Franco, but there's really not much when it comes to frontlining against the damage output of Echo. So an interesting decision from RSG. By the way, big props to Sanji not even having to commit his flicker to save his mate after getting pulled back by the hook. That is how good his positioning is.
Well, speaking of positioning, Carl Tizzy has eyes on Light. Will they take down the row of RSG? Real manipulation is going to be set up here. Carl Tizzy takes down Light. There's no Iron Hook combo set up for RSG. Echo has a clear eyes on this Lord.
They're at a
Four
man
members.
advantage.
Oh my.
Can they force it?
Not how can who force it? I think it's just Echo just gonna be taking this for themselves.
Look at Benny.
Benny, nobody spots in the storm. Where's the storm coming from? Eman is on the killing spree. Sanji's down. Benny Cutie still waiting for the right timing now. Lord is on dropping down health. Echo remains on 3, but here comes Benny Cutie on the speeding line. Will he make it? Will he make it to the Drams? Taking down the buff. Now Yowie trying to hold on and defend the Benny Cutie, but that's Eman shutting down Carl TC, making it 3. Bodies dropping down Echo, and that's taking down the storm as well. Benny Cutie's down, and RSG's just drawing a clap back from that objective.
The Raiders are alive, and they are here. Wolf Echo may have taken a little too much time.
Definitely, really too much time that they were staying outside of the range of RSG, and now Eman is threatening. That's of the sniper isn't showing his shotgun just yet, as the great Francis Conchero would have written that script. Maybe this time he is gonna be relying on the Bennett. What is Bennett? It's a grenade launcher, right? Is it a grenade launcher or a?
Yeah, let me check that out. Let me see.
A grenade launcher.
Yeah,
yes, it's a grenade launcher.
All right.
And, yep. Everybody who's using Beatrix properly now has learned to use this gun to its strengths.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
They're threatening a penetration up top.
Is this a deja vu on the upper bracket? Are they forcing a game number 4? The Raiders final slash has caught 1. Sanford dropping his HP low. He still survives. Jellyman bouncing onto base. They will melt this Lord, but they traded out for a turret up top.
Now, the fact that they got a turret after the first Lord, and now they're leading by 2,000 gold, that is massive for RSG, who was trailing 3,000 gold behind. And all it took was one team fight where Echo really made the un-Echo kind of strategy, wherein Benny Cutie just waited for so much time.
Yeah, what was it, a minute?
It was probably a minute.
A Lord dance, and then he
Exactly.
was waiting, and then RSG said, you know what, let's just pull the trigger. And that's what caused us to be here now, about, what, 3 or 4 minutes later.
Exactly.
Ooh.
Conceal play could be potential.
Ooh.
It's not going to be the case.
Spot it. Spot it. Like, spot it.
Now this is
Oh, different conceal play.
tricky situation. Yeah, no, Echo is unaware of this massive rotation that RSG is doing.
And Echo, being unaware, just want to group themselves up. Want to make sure that Sanji's in the vicinity. Make sure that they get the buffs. Now they're trailing behind. I still think that Echo can have a teamfight damage for this one.
They're now on
look
the
at
opposing
that!
side. That's the initiation coming in from Nats. Final slash. Now Benny Cutie's being saved, but ultimate Sanji will the cold altar be the answer here. Benny Cutie taking down Nats. Now the remanipulation will be sticking now for the solution of Echo. What is B? What is the target here? It's Ira trying to get in front line of Pracer's Rat. Still sustained by Sanford. Now Sanji on the hook! Taken by X-Sword. Bust the hook. Now they're on a roll. Sanford is now backing down.
Run 40!
And RSG is on a mission to force another game, and Echo forced back to base to clear the minions.
That's more than worth it, man. Nats for Benny Cutie at this point, plus a free Luminous Lord.
Man, RSG on a tear. Great decision making and great usage of their mechanics. You can see Light connecting on that hook, getting an extra kill from for RSG. And most importantly, Nats is opening. You see, the way that he utilized the stun, which is super duper weird, but if you think about it, fundamentally speaking, he wasn't eyeing for a stun or a vengeance. He's eyeing for the final slash, and his angle allowed them to clear out that entirety of the right bush in the middle. The RBM.
That's right. That's what they call it. Scrims.
Yeah, exactly.
But here's the thing, right?
It is.
We were just waiting for RSG to hit critical mass.
Yeah.
And Echo have let go a massive lead.
Yep.
Where's the clap back for Echo? How do they do this? This lineup that they have, it's not so good when you're trapped inside your base.
Exactly. They need to go pickups now. Yaoi has been acting as if he was like something like a Kufra or a Grok with AoE damage, with AoE stun, the way that he flickers in. Surely he has immortality in that previous engagement. But I think that for Echo, they have to understand now they have to play to their strengths. Pickoffs. That is what they can bring to the table. single target damage.
But a pick off inside their base isn't as easy to find.
It isn't.
And here he goes conceal.
And there
There you
goes
go.
the Concealer True looking
Oh,
for
what
it
a
on the pole, but the exchange of the Iron Hook and the Bloody Hunt. That goes Yowie's
Oh.
life to go down, but now Sanford, Sanji, and 3 members of Echo trying to hold in, trying to catch Amanda Bacon in a double. Now Echo's body's dropping down low.
Oh.
Echo is on the state, and RSG is forcing another game.
And Nat stayed alive after getting hooked.
That's right.
And another hook!
And it's not stopping. An Iron Hook, 1 and 2, and that's the catch.
Come on.
Carl Teasy, will he still make it for the defense though? No, he won't. Exort secures the damage, secures the kill. Now the base is open for RSG to take.
They're clearing the minions though.
Can they hold it?
Right.
Oh, now there goes down.
There's a minion.
Yowie falls.
There's 1 minion.
There's 2 members still. He left
What?
to defend. They're still making it
The
through.
waves are here.
That's it.
Sanford, the only one left at the base. RSG's forcing a game number 5.
Would you not?